The snow moving out, the extreme cold settling in. A live look at the radar right now. Plenty going on where it's still snowing tonight and how low the temps will go and just how dangerously cold it will feel with that wind chill.
Plus, drivers being met with tricky road conditions right now. The record-setting snowfall hitting the capital region.
And here's a live look at Rensselaer right now. Some tough visibility there. Not far away, a wintertime first for the city of Troy. The new emergency plan being activated right now, what it means for residents and the problems plaguing the city this morning.
Close to a foot of snow on the ground in some parts tonight, and as the capital region starts to dig out, that bone-chilling cold is already here.
Hopefully you're inside. We have team coverage right now of this storm and the upcoming temperatures. Chief Meteorologist Steve LaPointe tracking it all in the CBS 6 Weather Center.
And Brandon Lewis is keeping his eyes on area roads tonight. Jennifer Lukey, she's touring parts of the capital region all day today. She's breaking down a new snow emergency plan for one area city.
We're going to go first to Steve. He's got the weather alert. Steve, when will it all shut down? That's the big question.
Yeah, Greg, it's in the process of doing that right now. We won't see much additional accumulation across the area. Our WeatherNet 6 spotters, many of them coming in with about a foot of snow. That's what the radar picture looks like right now. The most enhanced snow generally in Rensselaer and Columbia County, and it's much lighter than it was. Watch the animation over the past couple of hours, that big flare-up of green. The eastern Mohawk Valley, Capital Region, Lake George, Saratoga region. That was that big burst that came through, but now that is in the process of waning. But certainly the entire storm leaving scenes like this. We showed you Hunter at 5 o'clock, such a cute shot that Hunter needs to get on television again. This is from Sam Keller up in Long Lake. Just loving the deep snow out there, but perhaps not loving the extreme cold that'll be settling in overnight tonight. Just a reminder, the pets don't like to be left outside all night, so bring them in if you're cold. They are too, and temperatures will be plunging. 11 right now. It's been a bitterly cold storm. 8-9 degrees by 8 o'clock with just some patches of leftover light snow at that point. Total shutdown should be between 8 and 10 o'clock, so it ends pretty quickly. We're down to about 7 below. I'm thinking 5 to 12 below. A pretty good range of lows by morning in the capital region, and there won't be a lot of wind, but with temperatures that low, even a light wind can put the wind chills down to between 15 and maybe as low as 25 below with a few gusts. So that's what we're anticipating overnight tonight. Better day tomorrow in terms of less harsh. It's still cold, 15, 16 degrees, but it won't be snowing. It won't be that windy, and we should have at least partial sunshine.
Well, that's something to look forward to. Thank you, Steve. And this latest winter storm making for some treacherous road conditions out there right now. The drivers unable to navigate the slippery streets are just finding themselves really stuck along the shoulders. And that was good advice. Reduce your speed. The state troopers also keeping a lookout for 2 drivers on 890 who saw their tires just getting swallowed up by the snow. That's strong snow there. The conditions deteriorating throughout the day as the snow continued to fall. And our Brandon Lewis is behind the wheel right now on the thruway heading towards Albany. He's not looking at the camera here for safety reasons. And Brandon, just how are the roads treating you where you are right now?
Well, I tell you, Liz, in the past hour, we've seen the thruway take just a little bit of a dip for the worst. On our way out toward Amsterdam about an hour ago, we were able to do speeds up to about 55 miles an hour. Roads were pretty clear. You could see the pavement, and now you can see roads are definitely more snow covered at this point. We saw a plow getting ready to pretty much attack this side of the road maybe about 20 minutes ago as we were heading this way, but really roads right now aren't the best. We were over in Amsterdam also about a half hour ago. It's really the tertiary roads, those side streets, that are the challenge right now. And I can tell you that from driving into the station into Schenectady and Niskayuna earlier today, and really reports that we're getting from drivers, that seems to be the main trouble spot, as it always is during these massive snowstorms. So that's really where you're going to have to take it easy. We noticed a lot as we get to the intersections. That's where you're hitting a lot of snow. So conditions out here, not the best. Give yourself plenty of extra time. We're live along the New York State Thruway. Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Brennan. The snow not doing too much to slow down the pace in the city of Albany. People not wasting any time cleaning off their cars this morning. The snow-covered streets handling a decent amount of traffic as well, with cars, trucks, and buses all looking to get to their destinations and, of course, to do it safely. Mostly quiet in Schenectady today when we check things out there today. Many people taking advantage of a day off from work, day off from school. Our cameras found only a few folks Out in the streets, there's a guy doing some shoveling and some plowing right there. Crews trying to take care of those sidewalks in Schenectady. The Spa City is certainly not feeling the effects of this latest winter storm, too badly at least. Broadway, though, was completely covered in snow today. Not as much snow right there in this picture, at least. Again, shoveling going on. Some businesses trying to get their sidewalks clean so they can open up despite the weather. Employees had to get the snow off the sidewalks so the customers they could get inside. The winter boots were a must-have on the streets of Troy today. A few people walking outside bundled up from head to toe. Always good to layer up. That's the best advice. The CDTA bus driver is having a slow go of it as well. With all that snow out there on the ground, Troy activating its emergency snow plan. Jennifer Lukey joining us live not too far from the Colorado City tonight. Jen, you're actually in Rensselaer, I know, but the conditions there also, you don't look too happy right now.
Well, I got to be honest, Greg, it's been a long day. I'm waiting for that break that Steve keeps talking about in the snow because my photographer Dan and I have been out in it all day. And to put it bluntly, it's miserable. The roads you can see here in Rensselaer aren't too bad, but this is about as good as you're going to see. Dan and I have been traveling all day and it's a very slow go. I know you heard Brandon say it's okay on some of the main roads, but it is not okay on most of the secondary roads. Now in Troy, as you mentioned, we were going to be live in Troy actually, but our live truck froze and we had to come out here to Rensselaer to meet another crew. So that's the kind of day it's been in Troy. And they did, as you mentioned, trigger their snow emergency. And this is the first time they've used these new regulations. So if you live in Troy or park your car there, make sure you listen up.